What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host Josh, and we are here for an interesting little transfers episode. It is going to be who Borussia Dortmund should target in the January transfer window. It is also going to be our last video of 2021. Producer T is getting a much deserved vacation as well. I just need some time to myself, to my family around the holidays. So we're gonna post this video and not gonna post again until about January 5th-ish, right around there. So until then, guys, we wish you guys a Merry Christmas as well as a Happy New Year, and we want to thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts for all the support you've shown on the channel. It's been truly amazing. So until then, and we see you in 2022, let's get into the video now. Alright, guys, so it's an interesting video because it's obviously titled who Borussia Dortmund should target in the January transfer window. However, like you guys have asked me several times, I really don't think they're going to do anything in the January transfer window. So I'm going to give you guys a game plan in which I think Dortmund should start approaching players in January, because honestly, there's a ton of free agent players that Dortmund have been linked to. So these are all going to kind of spiral together in just some creative options. So the first player that I'm going to target is YUSUF DEMIR from Barcelona. He's on loan at Barcelona right now. He's a winger and has not really been fully used to his strengths this season under Xavi, and there's been rumored that he's being purposely benched and not played so they don't have to activate his loan. So there's a chance that his loan will end, he'll go back to his parent club, and then maybe this is a player that we can bring in then on another loan. Have the option to buy. We need wingers. He's a talented young kid. I've seen some decent little things in the short time I've seen him play at Barcelona, so he wouldn't be a bad player to bring in on a loan deal, have an option to buy for about 10 mil is something that has been linked there, and then play him for the end of the season, add a winger to our little front four, because we desperately need one, and see what he can do. And if we can actually get some success out of him, well, guess what? We can buy him, and if not, we send him back. That would be a strategic little winger to bring in, specifically because his time at Barcelona has been so miserable and it looking to come to an end. So that's something I would like to see Dortmund do if they're going to actually put money into this January transfer window, and they're going to do it in a very strategic way. The second player who maybe, and it's probably not, but maybe is worth taking a look at for January is NICO SCHLOTTERBECK. Obviously having a fantastic season at Freiburg right now, and more than likely will not move to the summer. Bayern and Dortmund are targeting him, but we know how important this player is going to be, and hopefully we can find a way to get in. And if there's a reason that we can get in there now and get him in January, why not? I'd at least start the conversation, see what's going to go on. If you can get it done in January, then there you won the contest, or if not, at least get it in the mind that SCHLOTTERBECK is a legitimate option, because he's not going to be a free agent at the end of the year. There's a chance that you're going to have to pay decent bucks depending how the rest of his season goes for a very overachieving Freiburg side in battling with Bayern. So he's definitely a player I think that we should look at. Center backs has been very wonky for us, and if we're able to get him, a player that we're probably already targeting in the summertime, but bringing him 6 months early, why not? We need the strength, and if we have the money, I think getting a loan signing for a winger and bringing in SCHLOTTERBECK is a decent January transfer window, considering I'm not expecting any transfers whatsoever. But now, guys, it's time to move on to the future. And the future under Marco Rose, we don't really know exactly what it is. I think that he needs to have the side that he wants to utilize his game plan and his style. And a lot of these conversations are going to take place in January. Whether we sign DEMIR, whether we sign SCHLOTTERBECK, Marco Rose needs to have an idea of the players he wants to bring in. And there's been some free agents out there, specifically 2 former players of Marco Rose at Gladbach, 1 former player of Borussia Dortmund, and that is GINTER and Zachariah, which is interesting because, like I said, both of these players absolutely thrived under Marco Rose at Gladbach. Both have expiring contracts, both being linked recently to Dortmund. I'm going to touch on GINTER first because I personally never thought in a million years that GINTER would come back to Dortmund. I didn't. The rumors are starting to come around there. Maybe the homecoming coming back to Dortmund, maybe Marco Rose convincing him, being like, listen, we need you. We need you to be the person we wanted you to be when you were at Dortmund originally. This is your time to shine. Come back in, take that number 28. Witzel's going to be out. And I'm interested because I like GINTER a lot, and I just don't think that he personally wanted to come back, but maybe I'm wrong. I do think SCHLOTTERBECK is someone we should target in front of him, but if we can't get the done, or there's got to be strategic deals, having a free signing, I know that's going to mean, the signing bonuses and higher wages, but GINTER is a legitimate option and is an incredible defender, familiar with Borussia Dortmund, familiar with Marco Rose, and it does make a lot of sense. It's just whether GINTER wants this move back, which I personally didn't think he did, but it's definitely a route that Dortmund should be interested in. They should have these conversations, they should start them now and see if something is going to happen there. And if GINTER does indeed want to come back to Dortmund and bring back one of the Bundesliga's best center backs in my eyes, and it'll be an interesting way to see a little homecoming of GINTER. The second player, Zachariah, who I've spoken numerous times. conversations need to start. There are rumors that are starting to heat up that he's getting closer to Dortmund. Get the deal done. Witsel, it's already been announced that he's going to be leaving at the end of the season. So I've said it many times. High wages, Witsel leaving on a free. Invested in Zachariah, bring him in on a free. He's familiar with the Bundesliga. He's familiar with Marco Rose. Is a nice step for him. Get the job done. We want it done, and I realistically think that there's a good possibility that Zachariah, I'm more convinced with Zachariah coming in on a free than Ginter, but I mean, I'll take both. The next issue, and it just kind of came out today, is that, and it's honestly, you guys, if you're on the stream, you know every single time someone asks me, Josh, what about this right back? What about this right back? Who are we targeting with this right back? The answer is zero. Dortmund truly believe that the right back situation with Meunier, Murray coming back, Wolf, and now even Pasak, that's 4 right backs. They have no desire to invest, and they just stated it today as well. I got tagged in it a lot, and I've been saying it for a while, so the right back position will not change. Hopefully shift out Schultz, bring in a young left back, defensive left back, bring in some center backs, CDMs. That's the drill. A lot of reconstruction needs to happen with the Dortmund side, but it will not be on the right back. Next player is Adeyemi. And the Adeyemi one, like I've told you guys many times, is not tied to Haaland leaving. Adeyemi is a player that they want to target. He's the winger that they are looking for. Now, in my eyes, it makes me think that Malen was brought in for striker depth, which I always wanted. And then now Adeyemi will come in as a true replacement for Sancho because he's young. We can tailor him to the wing, can still help it through the middle. He's going to come in regardless. And I do still think if the money's right, I'm pretty sure he's going to become a Borussia Dortmund player. So Adeyemi will not come in January 100%, but hopefully get the deal done, get it ready, and have him come in for the start of next season, especially if Marco Rose wants him. Because I don't want to see any transfers where there's some confusion. I want Marco Rose to get the guys that he wants, the board to back him properly, and he can utilize and get his style of play because he's really struggling this season not having the players at his disposal to play his system. And finally, guys, the last talking point is Erling Haaland. And you guys know the situation. Or maybe you don't, because I don't even know if I know the situation, but there's rumors of him leaving. There's rumors of the release clause there and not being there. A new potential deal that could bring him up to be the most paid player at Borussia Dortmund. I believe he'd be in the ballpark around 16. I think Royce is making 12. So it's a huge investment into Erling Haaland. And I'm curious, especially without crashing out of the Champions League, having a somewhat average season so far for Dortmund. I'm curious to see what it will take to convince Haaland and if there's other options on the table, because I do think there's a chance he could stay, obviously, for the rest of this season and then another season and then maybe move on. But we're going to have to wait and see because a lot of that will have an effect. I told you guys the Adeyemi transfer is separate from Haaland, but there's 2 players we're linked to that are absolutely reliant on whether the Haaland stays or goes. And I want that decided. And I think Dortmund does too. Figure it out. Is Haaland staying? Yes or no? Get the answers. Finish the season out and then either sell him for a ton of money or keep him for another year. But if he leaves, the 2 names that have come up are 2 very on-form strikers. And I'm curious in the comments, which one do you prefer? Sebastian Haller from Ajax or PATRIK Schick from Leverkusen? Because I'm kind of torn as well. I think I'm leaning towards Schick because he's got that Bundesliga experience. He's done it at the Euros. He's starting to really find this form. I think he'd be an interesting type of striker, but I do like Haller as well. He's just a little bit older. So I'm torn, but those are the 2 players that if Haaland leaves, one of them will come in, be the main man, be the 9, and then we have Adeyemi and Malen there as well for some pieces. As long as this is what Marco Rose is looking for, Marco Rose wants, give him the tools he needs to build his team successfully next season. But it starts in the January transfer window, and that is what I would do. And I'm hoping that some of these questions that we have are starting to slowly get answered, and we're going to have an idea of what Marco Rose is going to have at his disposal for the rest of this year and potentially at the start of next season as well, guys. So this brings us to an end. This is our last episode, guys, of 2021. I need a much needed break. Do have a bit of a cold, as you guys can probably tell, and just want to enjoy some stuff with the family. So I hope you guys enjoy our last video. We'll see you guys in January of 2022. And finally, a last little tidbit of information, guys. We are running a kit giveaway contest over on Twitter. So head over to @TV_JJD, and big shout out to Jesse, which is @RoyceGoat. I know, incredible name, @RoyceGoat on Twitter, who wanted to help give back, and I really appreciate him collaborating with me. He donated a cup kit. It is what we are giving away. So all you gotta do is head over to Twitter, like, retweet, follow us both. Of course, be subscribed to JJD TV, and you'll have a chance to win it. We'll announce the winner on January 2nd. So best of luck to you guys. Great little holiday from you guys as well. Great little holiday gift from Jesse. Really excited for it, and we'll announce it on Twitter on January 2nd, but also we'll try to put it on the community board and whatnot. So I wish you guys a Merry Christmas if you guys celebrate that, as well as a Happy New Year, and see you guys in 2022. Cheers, friends.